Welcome to Fuel Your Drive. Guys, what's going on? Welcome to Fuel Your Drive. I am your host, Josh York. We got another great episode in store for you today. And before I get started, as you know, please like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. As you know, I want to continue to keep growing this podcast, and it means the world to me that you continue to keep sharing and telling people about it because the numbers keep growing. It's pretty crazy. I've been doing this for a very, very, very long time. And I always knew it was going to get very large, and I knew it was going to continue to grow. I didn't know how long it was going to take, but obviously we talk about patience, right? Patient with results, impatient with action, but it's continuing to grow, and we're moving up in the ranks. So before you know it, I'm going to be at that number one spot. You mark my words on that. All right, guys, but let's get into it. I wanted to touch on something today I thought would be fantastic to touch on. I get this question asked over and over and over again. I get it asked a lot when I speak to a lot of schools with young children. What would you change if you can go back and start over again? And here's how I want to answer this question. First of all, the answer is nothing, okay? But what I would like to be able to see is, what really is going to occur and take place over the course of how many years it's going to actually take to get to where we're trying to go. Look, you got to understand something. When you start, and that's the number one most important thing to do is just start. But when you start something and you go after something and you have a vision to do something very big, be very, very successful, and, be patient with how long it's going to take, a lot of problems are going to come along with that. I mean, a lot. And, sometimes you could pray and hope for the best and say, all right, this is going to be great, and I don't have to work. You're always going to have things that are going to come in your way and try to stop you. Your most important thing that you have to do, especially when you're starting something and developing yourself into a great, fantastic leader, is be confident and understand that, these things are going to happen. They're going to come. They're going to go. As I always say, this too shall pass. But, you need to understand that everything that happens, which happens for you, not to you, as the saying goes. And I love to say that because it's very true. When you change your perspective and put in your mind why this is happening for me, not to me, you get to look at things from a very different lens. But when these things are happening, you have to understand these things are required in order for you to obtain the success you're trying to obtain, okay? It doesn't come easy, and you got to keep telling yourself, because one thing I have continued to tell myself over the years is this is where everyone else quits, and I refuse to quit. I will find a way. And my back has been against the wall more times than I can count. You have no idea. And anyone else who's successful has had their back against the wall as well. I will bet my life on it. The difference between us, and I'm including you guys in this, us and them, is we don't quit and we stay focused and we make sure we stick to our goal, right? If you're going to start something, finish it. I always like to say, always finish what you start. And sometimes what you start can take 2, 3, 4 decades to finish. Doesn't matter. If you see the momentum, you see it happening, you see it starting to grow, and it could be small little things, like just little baby steps. That's progress, and be happy about that. I was, in the early days of franchising, we were taking off like crazy, made some mistakes. I had to stop, pause. I had to backpedal. I had to fix things, and then we could start pedaling again forward because we had to rewind to fix some things that were not right in order to move forward. And that's going to happen all the time. It's supposed to be like that. Understand that. So if I can go back and change something, the answer would still be nothing, but I would like to just understand and see. So at least I was able to have perspective on how actually hard it is going to be, because it is very hard. It is not easy, and it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of patience, and it takes a lot of grit. It's not supposed to be polished. It's not supposed to be beautiful. It's supposed to be hard. And a lot of the times, including myself, okay, but this is where belief comes in, you will doubt and question what you're doing. I have done that many times. But it comes back to you believing in yourself. And that's very, very important to understand, because you can, and that's why I always talk about surrounding yourself around great people, because energy is contagious, and it's very, very important, because if you're believing in something and someone else is not, and they're knocking you down, and and you're already going to be questioning yourself. So now you're questioning yourself even more because you got someone else talking in your ear, who probably has no idea what they're talking about. It's never done what you're trying to do. Get rid of that. You don't need that. That's called bad energy. You don't want it. You don't want it anywhere around you. So remember, you too should understand, and you should also say to yourself, okay, I'm going to start this. I'm going to get after it. You might already be in it. And, I don't want to change anything. That's how you learn. Okay. Make the mistake once. Fine. Fix it. Make it twice. I'm not crazy about it, but okay, fine. Even if you make this mistake twice, do not make it more than twice. You have to be smart enough and aware enough to fix what was going on so you can solve that problem, so you can move forward and keep focusing on that vision. Focus on what you're trying to do. Guys, I started this in 2008. We're in 2025, and the truth is we're just getting started. It takes a very long time. I had someone the other day say, man, you got beautiful windows in your office. Must be nice to have nice windows like that. I was like, my friend, it took me 16 years, almost 15 years to have windows in my office. I was in the basement for a very, very long time. Well, actually, my first office, I had a window. I was staring at a parking lot. It was nothing special. I had a very, very small office. But the bottom line is it takes time. It takes time, and it takes belief, and it takes confidence. So the answer, again, I wouldn't change anything. I would always want to be able to learn from everything that I experience so I become smarter, more skilled, and as I like to always say, continue to sharpen my tools, because I don't have all the answers. Neither do you. You want to always be a student of learning. You always want to be sharpening your tools. And eventually, when you have all those sharp tools in your shed and you're just, stacked with tons of sharp tools, in return, you will have success. In return, you will have great people on your team. In return, you will create other good leaders. And in return, you're going to be able to do remarkable things. But it comes with patience. It comes with time. And you gotta understand all these things, as long as you don't quit, as long as you're willing to outwork everyone else, as long as you're willing to show up when you don't want to show up, do things when you don't want to do things. Remember, the magic is in the work you're avoiding. As long as you're able to do that, you are guaranteed success. Guys, until next time, remember, fuel your drive. Thank you, guys. Love you. See ya. Legend. Do you know my name? My name is Legend.